Hello and welcome to the peaceful setting of the Morgrave University lower quad. I think as we showed the upper one last time, we're starting here in the lower one, and these two have got to be among the nicest public areas that I can think of in the game. Really like these. I like anything peaceful, anything away from the rat race, and our monks should like the same because they like some time to have some me time and meditation and whatnot, don't they? So if I had meditation on the bar, which I don't, I would sit here and meditate for you. Now this one can also be known as the "Oh dear, I forgot something important" episode. Thanks to Mike for bringing this one to light yesterday in conversation. Because Mike, if you didn't know, is somewhat of a waffler like me. Um, Apparently at level 15 the monk acquires the possibility to use this one. It's a heavy key cost. It's called Quivering Palm. I have tested it. It only seems to hit a single target, so the strike through does not work with it. So it is a heavy cost, but it's an instant kill from what I can tell. And it works off the same assassinate bonus that the bird attacks do. So we've got 51 on there and 51 on these two. So it's going to be important for us moving forward to boost that assassinate with an item, and also with the nice low-hanging fruit in the shadow dancer tree, which I plan to do. At the moment then, I will leave this to kind of to one side of the bar and use it maybe like I would a bird attack to neutralize a nasty target, or in this case hopefully kill it. I don't know how it goes with Death Ward, because I guess it's an instant death attack, so maybe against Death Warded things it doesn't work, which would include a lot of red crowns. We'll see. And I don't know how it goes against Reapers, because I think they're systematically Death Warded, aren't they? So I would imagine it wouldn't work on them either. But situationally, I'm guessing quite useful. If it can work on, let's say, a mini boss or something, that could be quite tasty, couldn't it? Like maybe, let's say, the big Orthon in Grim and Barrett, if we could get that to work. Although it is a fortitude save, so the chances of stopping a big ogre or something like that would be less, I guess. Right. Well, I'm almost glad I made that mistake, because we're hot on the heels of episode 18, and that's given me something to talk about going into this next one. I've not really changed anything else since. I think I already mentioned I'd put 3 points into the No Mercy in the falconry tree to try um, see how the helpless damage did, and because the bird attacks seem to be classed well, here it mentions helpless in both of these two, and in this one it doesn't mention helpless, but also blind. A bird blind here should be the same as bird blind there, so I'm guessing all give helpless. So 30% more on those targets is still pretty nice. Now, I'm led to believe as well that somewhere in our future there's going to be some kind of a stun, maybe from Grandmaster Tree, that obviously stuns generally are helpless causing as well, so that could go well. So I'm thinking of leaving those points in there, because really, as we saw in the last one, every time that bird comes down, it's just basically doom for the target that's struck. Even if the bird attack doesn't, it doesn't say it has to succeed. It's just attacks from the bird, so it doesn't even have to trip or blind the target to get that 50% reduction, although it usually does. And I suppose that helps, because that also adds the helpless on top of the fort reduction. Right, now I was thinking about the weapons shipment, but I know that the Reapers are going to be souped up for that, so that would not be a good one to do while still in Heroic. People typically, I guess, would go into Epic and do it, have a go at it there with the benefits of the epic destinies and the sentient weapon and what have you. So I thought we might try another quest down here in the Morgrave Quad. So another one of the newer ones, not the Vecna expansion. This one is this one here. I think it's supposed to be the final one in the chain, going to the Hidden Hand headquarters. And it's quite a quest in itself, so I wanted to have a go at showing this one. Looking forward to reaching 20. Normally when purple gets to 20 there isn't particularly, aside from a new sentient weapon, there's not particularly much for him to find there gear wise. But this time I'm hoping we have some nice Saltmarsh level 20 gear for him to go at. Because we do have one or two slots in the gear that are just basically placeholders at the moment, waiting for better.
Said that members of that cult are often seen entering the curiosity shop.
Oh, a bit of lag. Leading with the big bird. Not forgetting our heals. If in doubt, throw the bird in. So you see, we've just started, but we're on 80 odd key now. If I start chunking away with the quivering palm, it's going to be a problem, isn't it, to our key? So I'm not going to be using that too widely, especially as we are doing so well with the bird attacks, which obviously don't cost any key. I think I'm right in saying this has things on both sides. No, just this side. Okay. Try not to stand in the range of all the archers. See, as soon as the bird strike hits, they're just gone. Oh. Come on then. I went for the monk. Oh, we gotta get out of that. I went for the, harper pin there to try and save our bacon. I was going to say I went for the new quivering palm thing, and it didn't work. I tried it on the red crown. Perhaps he had, or maybe he made his save in fact, or perhaps he had death ward. And we still do have the healing thing, which I totally forgot to throw in, although we were plagued, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. Still classed as being in combat. Oh yeah, okay. So we're not going to be able to have a proper heal, are we? Let's try the bird against those. You saw there how we had to wait for the end of one bird animation for it to strike the other one. We couldn't just get them both together. Now we should be classed as out of combat. And I still forgot to do the heal. See, the birds come down. That's a telltale sign we can use our healing key finisher. There we go. Okay, now is that one of the objectives? There are 3 planar eyes we have to find if you haven't done this quest before. I think this is the way to one of them. Oh yes. Now would the... no, I bet he's death warded, isn't he? I think there's some more than just him to come. Yeah. Let's see if we can tempt them out of here so we're not getting peppered. No, we can't. The quivering palm might work on you though. No, he saved the bugger. Okay. Bird attack. We'll resort to more traditional means. Got everything blinded there. Bird again. Oh god, I'm wandering around on this ice, that's not good. I used the abundant step thing to try to get myself off there. Okay. So yes, against big targets like that, as we were saying, quivering palm is not likely to be the answer.
Carefully pick up the icy eye of Rizia.
But the bird certainly can still help us in those situations. Now what's this? Is this a second objective? Deadly Instinct back on. I'm really liking how it reminds you. Yes, I think this is the second one.
To your surprise,
I think we've got some things popping up just round this corner, haven't we? Yeah, I thought so. Get the cauldron going. I don't like these horses. Let's bird attack that dryad. Down she goes. Nice. And see, the very next shot after the bird hits is just a big boom. Unpoison.
The gnome stands atop an island of crates stacked in the middle of this oddly submerged
There's
storage.
a way through underneath here.
Must be magic at play here.
Is there? Yeah. I deliberately didn't take 19, by the way, because this is a 16 quest. Let's try the big bird attack. Healing. Another bird attack just to be safe. Yeah, nice. Want to make more use of the cauldron, although these isolated little groups are not the best use of the cauldron. You want to be standing there against either... those giants would have been a really good use for it. Disappointed I didn't see fit to use them there. I think this is the way. So this is another good use of the bird, like isolated single or double targets. There's actually one blinded over there. I don't know how he got blinded. I do know how he got knocked down. Beautiful. Can we use the bird again? Not quite. Come on. Oh, they've come to life, have they? Oh, come on. Up, 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 up. AoE bird. Heal. See that dryad at the back's blinded. That's a bit buggy. I'll take it though. It looks like the AoE bird, when you use it, is a massive AoE that goes further than it should do. I'll happily take that. Oh, what happened there? Is that nibbling things or something from the water? I bet it was. Okay. Cauldron. A nice healing there. Come on. Incinerate, all the good stuff. Anybody else? No. Okay. There is an optional in here, which I will show you. Maybe I shouldn't, because this could well be tough. Send the bird against the witch to start with. I did try the quivering palm against her, but nothing happened. I wouldn't expect it to. And look how many we've paralysed still at this level. And there's an argument for saying we shouldn't swap out the elemental bloom when we go into epics. It's going to be a big miss, isn't it? There is an epic equivalent, but it's only available from 26, and I don't have it anyway, unfortunately. So we're going to make do with the stout oak walking stick, because I like to show a possible epic weapon for use in each of the lives that he does with a new class. Now this would be a good spot for a cauldron, wouldn't it? When all this stuff comes out. Come on then, if you're coming. Bird. Double attack. Oh, we got trapped. Heal. Okay. I think we can have the eye now.
You've
Nice.
taken the eye of Thalanis, bringing the Fae's little story to an abrupt end.
So we got one more to get. What did we just lose? Shield. And we better redo these. Okay, so we keep going on round this way, I guess. Now we're not bothered about displacement that that one's got there, because we have true sight on our necklace, so that's fine. That is the way to the end, I've remembered that. So we'll just leave that for the moment and go looking for the third, which is here. And does the bird attack work on these things? Might do. Can we in fact use the quivering palm on those? Oh yes, that was the quivering palm, instant death. Nice. A little bit not needed, but nice to see it working nonetheless. Now what am I doing here? I'm going completely wrong, aren't I? Is it down? No, it's not down there. It's this way. Speaking to one or two of these takes a little bit... Oh, bird! It takes a little bit of sting out of the... he was immune to the palm thing. Religious law, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, am I? The bird can attack you guys though, can't it? If I'd pressed the right key. Okay, I think we can... Yes, spend points to remove 2 lingering pains. They're like those wisps. So we got rid of 2 of them. Let's get the cauldron up. Remember to do our heals, send the bird in. I should take... Oh no, he's not being healed by our fire, is he? I don't think. Okay, nice shots. Send a quick sneaky heal in. Oh, they're healed by the dark energy of the... Is it dark energy of the heal or light? No, the light. They would heal by the light. Okay, I see.
You struggle to resist.
So that's the third one done. And now we go to that little passageway we had lit up. And there's a group... Oh, a Fear Reaper. Okay, let's send the bird onto him. Got a nice multiple heal there. Let's try the quivering palm on you. Yes, boom. I keep pressing the wrong key. I don't mean to bring up the X thing. Yeah, as Wagon would quite rightly point out, we're drowning in key, so we might as well do the one-shot quivering palm when the situation allows.
Spot an unusual beholder speaking with cultists.
Oh,
The creature hurries off without noticing.
okay, second plant bird. Now roast them. Yes, I think you were quite right, Wagon. It's not OP, the not Eldritch wave, the incinerating wave, but it's a nice little crutch to lean on. Trying to stay out of the firing corridor there. Quivering palm, beautiful. Now, which way am I going? This way, I guess. The path of least resistance, right? Hello, people. Let's get the bird in at the back here against these ranged people. Oh, Fear Reaper. Single target bird. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. So, where am I going now? I think we've got some... Oh, okay, we've got some more coming and more things there. A couple of Reapers thrown into the mix. Thankfully he was blind. It does seem to have a larger than it should be AoE, that bird attack, so that's very nice. I think that is the next bit. One shot. Yeah, they both got blind, and it didn't look as though it should have struck both. So I'm happily taking that. Oh, hello. I tried the quivering on him, but immune. Okay. Shrine there, should we have needed it? Now that's a nice, obviously being a melee you need shrine far less. It would be just to recoup the uses of the hands in our case.
You've found the remaining eyes held by the hidden hand.
So now this is going to be a test. The beholder, if he takes off our death ward, I don't particularly like the thought of going right up close and personal to him, but I guess we're going to have to. And what's the worst that can happen? We can die horribly, and you've seen the whole quest anyway. So I can't be too upset about that.
I'll find all kinds of uses for them.
Let's remember to lead with the bird. One of you did suggest that we might be impervious to like death draining type stuff with the monk. I don't know about that. Seem to be doing all right so far. Yeah, we hammered him, didn't we? I actually did it really badly, but we still slaughtered him, so that was great. Chest, anybody? My usual nitpicking over the loot. I only take an item if it's a double slotted, if it's a random loot, which are fairly rare. Anyway, I thought we showed fairly well there. I think, given our build and what it's doing, this quivering palm thing, this instant kill is probably... I mean, it's a nice accompaniment, because it does go with the assassinate things that we're going to be looking to try to scale. But I think it would be at the moment anyway, at least in that quest, it was a luxury rather than something we would lean heavily on. I can see if you're in a situation, I think the biggest one I can think of is like the the beetle swarm in the Dryad and the Demigod raid, where you've got these enormous big sacks of hit points and instant killing possibilities, are such a boon to have in there. Because how even the big hitting archer types with the hunt's end and the sniper shot combined, they can't usually one shot those things, or at least my build can't. So to have this instant kill possibility in something like that would be great. But for the regular rank and file, I think our bird attacks and AoE cleaves and that kind of thing is going to be the way to go moving forward. Obviously into epic, things have more health, and we're going to need to adapt a little bit, so perhaps it'll come into its own more then if we can get a meaningful DC, and I think we can. I don't think I revealed what the thing was we were going for, did I? I think it's called the Whispering Ring. It comes from one of the Borderlands quests, and if I'm right, it gives you... There's a couple of nice things for the build, but the biggest is the 11 on Assassinate. Add the 6 from Shadow Dancer, and we've got, what do we get, 68 plus any more wisdom we manage to come across, so we could be in the low 70s in low epic, which to my mind is a really strong DC for anything at that stage. So I'm looking forward to having the bird be as effective then as it has been now, and we're going to need it because I know we got slaughtered in Borderlands last time when we went in there. So I'll be on my guard, put it that way. One of the biggest things I worry about going up is the lack of a heal that we can trigger. I mean, yes, we can trigger the strike here, but like something like a renewal or a cocoon that can just tick in the background. Renewal I would really, really like, but I just can't see how we can realistically fit it in between the Fury Destiny, which has some great strike through possibilities for us, which is totally in keeping with our build, and the Grand Master is kind of the Monk Destiny, isn't it? I've never been in there, so I'm thoroughly looking forward to having a see what's in there. I think there's some great stuff for attack as well as for defense. There's more stuff I think that scales with your stance that you happen to be in. I think you get a bonus anyway. Can we actually see the Epic Destiny? Oh, no, we can't open it until we're in Epic. Can we? No. Oh, only Macro Technic apparently. Alright. We can only... you can claim a bonus anyway, but if you happen to be in that stance, then the bonus gets quite a bit more pronounced, I think. So I think we could be looking forward to some even further buffed defense staying in Ocean, which I totally plan to do. I'm a big fan of this this dodge. So in Reaper now, as mentioned already, we're on a 38% chance to dodge, which is great. In fact, I could have saved some Reaper points and put less into dodge there had I thought a bit about it. But I didn't realise there was going to be a nicer dodge item coming on the gear. So it is what it is. I'm not going to pay the hundreds of plat required to swap it over. Right, I think that's it for that one. Nice little quest. I think we did pretty well in there. As Wagon says, we seem to be completing most of the Reaper 1 stuff fairly handily, so that's great. Not what I expected when one of you said we were going to start struggling around the Sharn point. So it just goes to show, the weapon has been great with the... I suppose it's the crit profile that helps this one, isn't it? And I think it's got one more chance to crit than a regular quarterstaff would, and also one more on the crit multiplier, so that's a big help. Right, I'll cut the waffle there, and I will see you all in Epics. Thank you very much as always for looking, and have yourselves a good day.